Well, hey, this is the Rockabilly and Blues Radio Hour, and on the phone we are privileged to have Mr. Dale Watson. How you doing, Dale?
I am jamming. James?
Very cool, man. Well, hey, we got a lot to talk about with the Ameripolitan Awards and your latest record, Call Me Insane. But let's start back at the beginning, which is always a little, great place to start. Tell me about some of your early influences and how that shaped your sound.
Boy, going to the beginning, that's going to take a while. No, I mean, my beginning is pretty much like everybody around my age anyway. Well, my dad was a big influence. He played music, and his influences were people like Lefty Frizzell and Hank Williams and Roy Acuff. So, they became my influences as well, but added by the artists growing up, Merle Haggard and George Jones and Gary Stewart, Jerry Lee Lewis, Elvis, Johnny Cash. All of them were big influences. Conway Twitty, Ray Price. I was really lucky to grow up in the time that I did with all the fantastic influences. They're just amazing, the amount of artists that are legendary. I mean, if I look around today, I just feel bad for new artists coming up because they just don't have the quality of influences I had.
It's true. And hopefully, with the new generations discovering some of the greats through the resurgence of vinyl and other things like that, hopefully they are discovering some of the great music out there.
They're out there, but it's just hard to find them. And you look on TV and the mainstream radio, it's just doesn't ever showcase. And so if there is a Ray Price or Johnny Cash or Merle Haggard out there that, has something unique to offer, they're often not discovered just because they're not given the time of day, by the industry. And that's what the Ameripolitan we're trying to change.
Absolutely. And I love that about what you're doing, because not only are you paying attention to our heritage artists, our roots, you're seeking out new talent that otherwise wouldn't be heard in the corporate programmed, which is really cool.
Well, that's my belief that there's bound to be. I mean, there's always has been some amazing talents come along. I mean, just like I said, just look at country music of the '60s alone. When you got so many people like Willie Nelson, Waylon, and George Jones, and Johnny Cash, and I mean, it's just mind-boggling. I refuse to believe that it's not. There's some more talent out there, raw talent that can be comparable.
Absolutely. One of the things I really like, too, about looking at Ameripolitan, you highlight Western Swing, Honky Tonk, Outlaw, and Rockabilly, and all of those can intertwine, which is really neat. And when people start peeling back some layers and they find, if they're just looking at Rockabilly, they can really find Honky Tonk and country and early country and Honky Tonk.
Right, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, it was all connected. That's why them four things pretty much you could throw the roots and trace it back to. I always say the Ameripolitan starts with Jimmy Rogers.
Yeah,
and goes from there. Jimmy Rogers, Hank Williams, Ernest Tubb, Merle Haggard. Just goes on in that way. And the same with women too. I don't want to leave women out of this, because I think just like it starts with Kitty Wells to Retta Lynn and Patsy and on up, Dolly and Tammy and up to Alison Krauss,
Sure. Wanda Jackson, all these people, yeah.
Wanda Jackson is going to be getting an award at the Ameripolitan Awards, and so is Red Simpson.
Oh, that's great.
Some of the performers are, Wanda and Red will be performing, of course. And Unknown Henson will be there performing. Billy Joe Shaver. We got some pretty great surprises too. We got a band from all the way from Sweden that's fantastic called Side of Harmonica Sam.
Oh yeah.
There's so many unbelievably talented people that fit this genre all over the world that and I'm pretty proud to say that they are coming from all over the world.
All night long trying to get to you, I drive. Hammer down, music loud, I drive, but I drive it on till I bring it home. Hey, I text you, baby, that it ain't safe as I drive. Don't want to waste the time it takes, so I drive it on till I bring it home. Don't worry about no paint and powder, it's you I'm wanting to see. When you hear my Jake break growl, baby, that's me. I want to get you up like I'm meeting up, just drive, and drive it on till I bring shake, break, growl. Baby, gonna touch me. I'm gonna eat you up like I'm eating up this drive, drive, drive. And I drive it on till I bring it home. Yeah, I drive it on till I bring it home. I drive it on till I bring it home.
From the album Truckin' Sessions, Volume 3, that's Drive, Drive, Drive by our guest Dale Watson as we talk about the 2016 Ameripolitan Awards. I was honored to find out I was in the DJ category, even though there's probably no chance with Johnny Knoxville in there too.
Well, you never know. You never know. I mean, we got an app now for the Ameripolitan Awards.
Sure.
You know, they can download on their Android or iPhone, and that's kind of leveling the playing field as far as on there they find links to that they can vote for.
Yeah.
And I tell you too, I've actually discovered some acts myself this way. You know, I mean, the app is so great; it gives you sound bites of people, and everything is so good.
Well, and the cool thing about this, as opposed to some other award shows, that this is fan voted, and it's not just corporate controlled. Only the people that are members of some big organization that can vote. This is right to the fans, and I love that about this.
Yeah, well, that's what I like about it too. Is I mean, it's 100% fan supported and voted, and even the award shows fan funded.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
It's made a difference as far as you can't tamper with it.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. Well, man, you tour all the time. Didn't I hear something like 300 dates a year, something like that?
That's right. Yeah.
That's obviously you put a high value on the audience connection, getting out there and meeting the fans.
I think it's the most important thing as far as performing. I mean, you can't just let the music go without meeting the people who are supporting the music. To me, that's very shallow.
Yeah.
So, I mean, well, you're doing music for yourself, but it wouldn't be anything without people out there that
exactly
show you how much they appreciate it. But yeah, it means a lot to get out there and be a part of. Because that's what it is. I don't go by set list, so I don't play to an audience. It's a joint effort.
Absolutely.
I get as much from them as they give to me.
On a Monday, I was arrested. On a Tuesday, they got me in a cell. On a Wednesday, my trial was attested. Yeah, the judge, he found me guilty, and then his gavel fell. I got stripes across my shoulders. I got chains around my feet. I got stripes across my shoulders. Yeah, them chains, they're gonna drag me down. My mama come to see me. On a Tuesday, they caught me with her file. On a Wednesday, I'm stuck in solitary. On a Thursday, I'm in the hot sun, breaking rocks in a pile. I got stripes across my shoulders. I got chains around my feet. I got stripes across my shoulders. And them chains, they're gonna drag me down. On a Monday, I got my striped breeches. On a Tuesday, hey, I got my ball and chain. On a Wednesday, they got me digging ditches. On a Thursday, God, I begged them not to knock me down again. I got stripes across my shoulders. I've got chains around my feet. I got stripes across my shoulders. And them chains, they're gonna drag me down. Them chains, they're gonna drag
It's the second annual Nashville Boogie Vintage Weekender.
It's a Nashville boogie, boogie to the break of dawn.
May 12th through the 15th at the Opryland Hotel and Nashville Palace. In Music City, USA, Nashville, Tennessee. Musical guests include Reverend Horton Heat, the Queen of Rockabilly, Wanda Jackson, The Blasters, Hoagie Lafarge, and over 30 more artists including Dale Watson, James Infill, Slim Jim Phantom, Tibbs Preston, Chris Casello, The Planet Rockers, Marcel Bontempi, Big Sandy and his Fly Right Boys, The Go-Getters, Rosie Flores, Woody Pines, Hillbilly Casino, and so much more. And don't forget the Western Roundup Fashion Show by Riley Reid, the Pinup Pageant by Sabina Kelly, and the Indoor Pre-1972 Car Show. It's the Nashville Boogie Vintage Weekender. And find out about the Sunday after party at the Grand Ole Opry House. For tickets and information, go to NashvilleBoogie.com. And we'll see y'all here. This is Jam and James Riley. Just a moment ago, we heard I Got Stripes, a cover of Johnny Cash recorded live in London, England by our guest Del Watson, who, of course, knows a thing or two about playing live. Do you still do this segment? I think it was something you used to call makeups.
Every now and then we'll sit. You know, I used to do that. It was a happy hour thing I did for 3 hours in Austin at the Continental Club. But I mean, that's a really hard thing to do for 3 hours.
Yeah.
So every now and then I'll do one at the show, you know, where people will call stuff out. You know, what I do is I ask for a song title that doesn't exist, and then somebody else asks them to suggest a key, and another person asks, suggests what type of song.